still waiting for the family. It's gonna be a few minutes if some family members come. I'm gonna wait for them. So it might be a few minutes, delayed. Where's the fireman at?
Not well.
Sorry? Where's the fireman at?
You went with the wide base and stuff, in case you start preaching.
We need to get one, a wooden one with the seal on the front. This thing looks like you got it at IKEA. Target. Look at this beautiful room here. So we got rid of it. They're gone. We'll take our business elsewhere. I can see it. The guys here all the time. spend with somebody else.
She's outside. Yeah, she's got her.
Good. I can get it closer. Better.
My friends in the media, you all ready? Caroline, you good? I'll make sure. If everybody can come on up, that's, the attorney people, detectives, and families here. We're gonna start up, Mayor, Commissioner, City Manager, everybody.
No, thank you.
Does she need a chair?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Here, Mom, you come sit down. Everybody ready on that end? We good? Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Today's a good day for us here at the Eustis Police Department and for the Laguerre family. Back on January 30th of this year, we had a horrific event, a homicide occur at 202 Palm Ave in our city. Anytime you have a homicide, we take that very serious and we do everything we can to try to solve that case. I'm proud to announce today that we have made an arrest in this homicide. Our victim, Wseni Laguerre, was murdered in cold blood by this gentleman right here, Mr. Austin Hill. I can tell you that our detectives, along with, I got to thank many people here. Our detectives did a phenomenal job, amazing job around the clock on this. I got to thank the State Attorney's Office, Ken Nunnally, Cherish Adams, Michelle Bueller. That team at the State Attorney's Office, under the leadership of Bill Gladson and Walter Forgy, are amazing. They were with us every step of the way to get closure. These cases are complex, they're hard to put together, and a lot of hard work went into that. And I got to stress that. And to the family, you know, we owe it to Mr. Laguerre to get justice for Mr. Laguerre. And we owe it to you all, his family, to get closure. This is the first step in that closure today, to get closure. I can tell you that this little street thug right here, that's what he is. He's a street thug. Mr. Hill is 27 years old and has 17 felony convictions. He got out of jail in April after serving a 10-year sentence for armed robbery. This guy is a piece of trash, okay? Piece of trash. And I can tell you right now that he is being charged with first-degree premeditated murder. We're charging him with that. He's already been charged as of last night. We had him in custody on another related case of domestic battery with a gun where he was beating a female up with a gun. So this is not a nice guy. This guy is a menace and a danger to the streets, and we will not tolerate any type of that activity, I can tell you, in our city, in the city of Eustis. Zero tolerance for any type of gun crime. And even further, we got to stop this senseless killing out here that's going on in this country with guns and young people killing each other. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. I can tell you, I can only control what we do here in Eustis, and I can assure you that's not happening here. I don't care what it takes, what it costs. And when you have partnerships with all the multiple agencies around here, and you have a great state attorney's office that around the clock, I'm talking 2, 3 in the morning, we're calling, everybody's coming in working around the clock. And you got those type of connections, you got a great city commission, a mayor, a city manager that supports you, you can accomplish anything. This isn't just the Eustis Police Department's victory. This is a victory of the entire city and the family, the support the family gave us. I was out on that call that night, and I saw his mom there upset. And I said, we're going to solve this, whatever it takes. And you understand, we had really nothing on this. And we worked and worked and worked and worked and worked. And we have got justice for Mr. Laguerre today. I'm sure he's up there right now watching us with a big smile on his face and thanking us for what we did as a collective. And, you know, this is just the first step of the closure for the family. This is a long process. So I'll open it up now for questions related to this case.
Can you,
Inside Lake.
Chief, do you have a motive for the killing?
I got to tell you, this is an active investigation. It's still very active and fluid and moving. I can't say too much. I got to leave it at that. But we're not done. let me put it that way. We got a lot more work to do.
Chief, I was looking at some of the previous covers because it wasn't me personally who did it.
Yes.
It sounded like that this, whatever happened, that the person who is responsible, and now you're saying it's Austin Hill.
Yes, Mr. Hill.
Call out the victim by name. Did they know one another?
At this point in time, I can't comment on that. I don't know what the relationship was. I know that he knew who he was going to kill, yes.
But they had, I'm being accurate when I say say that initially it was reported that the assailant called out the name of the person who was.
A nickname, a nickname, not by his real name, by a nickname, a street name. He did call him out by that, yes.
So they had some way where they knew one another.
I don't think so. He did not know him. He called him, or he asked him a question. Are you, I believe the name was Black. Haitian Black. Haitian Black.
He asked.
Yes.
He wanted to make sure.
He wanted to make sure he knew who he was talking, so they did not know
He
each
didn't
other.
know him.
Yes.
Understood, thank you.
Do you know, like, what cracked the case for you guys? What was the tipping point?
I can tell you hard police work. I'm not going to tell you our investigative skills, then the bad guys will know it. I'm not going to tell you that. I can tell you that good old-fashioned police work and hard work and dedication and following up on every lead, every clue, every phone call, every tip that came in. We exhaust all means to get to the bottom of this case, and it was a lot of good work, and technology helped. But at the end of the day, it's good old-fashioned police work, and I have a great group of detectives. I have a great police department here. We got 44 officers that do an amazing job every day. And just so you know, we got a waiting list. We got 3 people waiting to come here. So we're doing something right. We're doing something right, and we're going to continue to get better every day. And we're not going to tolerate any type of this crime. We're going to, whatever it costs, whatever it takes. There's going to be no crime. I want this city to be free of all crime, especially violent crime. And if you come here in this city, start shooting guns, and think you're going to get away with it, it ain't happening. Because we're going to come after you, and we're going to lock you up, and we're not going to stop. I can promise you that.
What made this case so difficult? You said that you
Well,
didn't have a lot of
Well,
information.
this is a homicide, and homicide cases are very complex. And I got to tell you, it's a lot of work goes into this. And it's not just us. The state attorney's office, I mean, I could call them, you know, Mr. Nunley and Miss Adams and Miss Bueller, you call them, and they're jumping right on top of it, 2, 3 in the morning from home, working on these cases, you know? So, I mean, it's multi-moving parts to make this come together. It's not just like you watch TV and in 45 minutes you solve it. That doesn't work like that. We're like 7, 8 months into this thing, right? A good 7, almost 8 months into it, or 7 months, and it's a lot of work. This was our priority. Number one thing going on in the city of Eustis, any homicide has to be the priority. And you might come days where you don't have much information, and then you might be running and gunning for 72 hours straight. So the goal is follow up on every lead, and we owe it, like I said, to Mr. Laguerre for justice for him, but we owe it to this family here, this amazing family here that are good, decent people that have to now live the rest of their lives without their loved one because this street thug decided to kill him.
Chief, are you investigating to see if anybody else might be involved in this case? It sounds like the victim and the suspect didn't know each other.
I can tell you this is an active investigation still, and we're far from over. I can leave it at that. We got a lot of work to do yet.
And this was the first homicide investigation in 4 years in Eustis.
Yes.
Pretty significant. Tell me, how were y'all able to band together and, come together and solve this? I mean, the first time in 4 years.
I can tell you, there's no egos here, and nobody cares who gets the credit, and we run it as a team effort between the city, our police officer, state attorney's office, the sheriff's office. Everybody works good here. I can tell you right now, Lake County is a very safe county. The city of Eustis is, I can tell you is safe. I can tell you right now. I work pretty much every day ensuring that. My men and women are here every day making sure that happens. We want people to understand that it's hard sometimes to predict or prevent a homicide. It's pretty hard. What's in somebody's mind or intent to do something. But we were able to, how we reacted after that happened, I think was 100% A+. Great police work, sacrifices by these detectives not going home, working 2, 3 days straight, following up on leads. It's a lot of work, and we do it because that's what we swore an oath to do, to protect and serve our city here, and we're going to continue to do that. And to any criminal element out there, if you come here and try something, you're finished. I can tell you right now.
Do you have a date of birth on Mr. Hill?
I'm sorry?
Mr. Hill's birthday.
Mr. Hill's date of birth? Yeah, he's 27 years old. His date of birth is 7/26/1996.
What are some of the other 17 felony charges?
I don't have that information in front of me. They're felony convictions. I can tell you convictions. This is a convicted felon running around with guns, shooting people.
Chief, I have a question about the timeline. You said you just got out of custody in
Yeah,
April?
prison in April. No, I'm sorry, November. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, because I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out, because
Yeah.
the incident happened at the end of January.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So he got out a couple
Yeah,
of months.
yeah. These dates sometimes. I knew it was recently within a couple, months after that, 6, 8
Makes
months.
more sense that he got out.
Yeah, he got out. Yeah.
Not that it makes sense, but the
No.
timeline works.
Yeah, he just got out of jail, and he committed this crime. So he doesn't know anything else. There's no helping this guy.
And secondly, you don't know if this was a robbery, an argument, or.
I can't tell anything else because it's still active.
But you believe the victim was targeted in some form or fashion?
Yes, I have a victim of a homicide here, and that's the focus. And we were able to get an arrest of the person who killed our victim, and now we want to do some more work.
targeted act, it wasn't random.
Yeah, this was a targeted act. This wasn't some random homicide, no. And most homicides, are not random, okay, for the most part.
Was Hill's record exclusively in Lake County, or did he have a record?
I don't know, it doesn't matter, he's a convicted felon, he's a piece of trash, and he needs to go to jail, and so he can't harm anybody, your families. This guy's out with a gun. He won't think twice about killing somebody. This is a killer. It's a killer, and he only knows one thing. And I can't say it on camera here because you guys I'll get in trouble, but he only knows one thing. This guy will kill you, shoot you dead, and not think, and go go on with his life like nothing happened. This is what you're dealing with. And you're dealing with a lot of these street thugs out here, around, not just here, around the country, killing people, and it's got to stop. Enough's enough. We're not going to tolerate it here. I can only control what's here in Eustis. I can tell you we ain't going to tolerate it.
Is somebody from the family willing to answer a question?
I asked the family, would you like to speak and say something? Come up here, sir, if you can. You want to say a few words?
I just want to say,
Ma'am, can you come up here, please? I'm sorry.
Is that all right?
We got the microphones. I'm sorry.
my name's Alexia, and I just want to say, the person he took from us, there's no words I can explain because he was the glue. He was the glue. He kept us together. He kept everything calm. He was not a violent guy. He wasn't. He would go and take care of the problems, de-escalate the problem, if any of us had a problem. He was not violent. He was lovable. Everybody loved him. He loved kids. He got nieces that's been born that won't even be able to see him, won't be able to experience the love that he had to share. Because somebody felt like they could just come to, and he wasn't in the street. He didn't get shot down in the street. He got shot down in his mom's house. He was home. He wasn't out partying. He was home. They came to his house, asked for him, didn't know who he was. Everybody in Lake County knows who he is. They know him. They asked for him.
How should he be best remembered? What do you think people will take away from any positive relationship they had?
His smile, his love, his aura. When he comes into a room, he attracts happiness. He's the lovable guy. He's that person.
Can you tell us a little bit about him, what he did, and your relationship to him?
My relationship with him, that was my cousin, my brother, my best friend. He was on every scene. He loved to eat. I loved to cook. He would always be like, what you cook? Cuz, what you cook? You got leftovers? You got any food left? I'd be like, yeah, come get it, come get it. He'd collect plates. He took care of his mom. He took her to doctor's appointments. Now she's struggling, trying to find somebody to help her.
This was a family man that was murdered. That's all that should matter at this point. I mean, we owe it to this family, and we owe it to him. And I think we've got the ball moving in the right direction, but we still got more work to do. And this is only the first step in that closure process. They have to live with this. When we walk out of this room in a few minutes, it's over for us, but they have to live this every day. And I got to make sure that the family let you know that we're always going to be here for you, and anything we can do to help you, we're here for you. And I can tell you, we're going to continue to keep you involved in this and let you know how we progress. And I can assure you that that street thug is never getting out so he can harm anybody else. Mayor, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
I just want to thank the men and women of the Eustis Police Department for your dedication and hard work. I also want to let everyone know, if you're coming to Eustis and you're going to commit a crime, whether it be a soft crime or a crime like this, we're not putting up with it. We might not catch you right away, but we will catch you. And I want to encourage cities around us, do not defund your police departments. Give your police departments what they need to do their job. It is so important that we give them the tools and the money to do what needs to be done in our communities to keep them free of crime and safe. Any questions from anyone?
I think we might have a couple more from the chief.
Okay,
Perfect, thank you.
good point. Never defund the police. Look what's happening to those towns. Just put the news on. Worked out real well for them, didn't it? Yes, ma'am.
Chief, so you said he was in custody for another incident where he was
Yes.
a domestic violence
Yes.
situation where the woman was using
Yes.
the gun. Where is he in custody for that, and how were you able, while he's in custody, to connect him to this murder?
I can tell you we arrested him for that. He was arrested in Orange County. Lake County picked him up and took him back to here. At the time, we were already very involved in our case, and we were coming close. That gave us time to expedite some things that we expedited on our end to make sure that we had him, that he did not get out of jail at that point. Because had he got out of jail, bonded out, what happens? He's on the run. If he's on the run, what's he gonna do? Somebody else innocent can get killed. He's gonna run from the police. He's gonna shoot somebody. And, no. The state attorney, we got with them, they were on board. Mr. Nunley told me, he ain't getting out. I mean, he's not getting out. It's not gonna happen. So we worked around the clock while he was in there before he got the first appearance. And, Miss Adams and Miss Bueller, they all worked with us. State attorney's office is a big part of why we're here today and successful. So we got a great state attorney here in Bill Gladson and Mr. Forgey and his team. They support law enforcement. They do a great job with us. We couldn't do it without them. I couldn't do it without my detectives. I'm just a mouthpiece here. I didn't do anything. I'm just the leader of the organization. These guys do all the work. I have such a great team here, and I have a great city support, like the mayor said. They give us whatever we need. The city manager, whatever we need. The commission, whatever we need. This is unheard of in some cities. And you know why? Because they don't get it. We get it here in Eustis. And you know what the result is? A safer community for our residents and citizens. And a great place to bring your family and live here safely. So, any other questions?
When was that arrest?
Let me ask Channel 9, because he might think I'm cutting him out. Go ahead, Channel 9.
Did Mr. Hill make any statements? Did he deny or admit to the?
Mr. Hill is, he's a hardened street thug. He ain't going to talk. He knows he's done. He knows he's finished. No, he did not say anything.
In between stints at the jail, was he living in Eustis or was he living somewhere else?
I don't think, I think he was in and out, living wherever. I don't think he was living here in the city. I think he was in Orange County, but he didn't have a residence here in Eustis, no. Anybody else?
Does he have an address in Orange County?
I believe so, yes.
So he's an Orange County resident?
He's a resident of the Department of Corrections. If you look at it, most of his life he's been in jail. I would call that his residence. I mean, the guy, I don't know where he lives. All I know is he ain't getting out. He's going to jail. And we got justice for Mr. Laguerre, and we started that closure process for the family. And I am, focused on continuing to work hard. So, thank you all for coming. I appreciate everything. God bless you. Hey, can the family hold up? The prosecutors want to